Everybody, and welcome to another edition of A Chapter a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. My name is Alan, otherwise known as He-Suite, and I'm from ReverseThieves.com as well as the Speakeasy podcast. And this time we're looking at Chapter 58 of the Seven Deadly Sins, otherwise known as Assumed Readiness. And we start off with Elizabeth running through the forest to give Liz's sword to Meliodas. And Meliodas and Ban are still kind of arguing about what should be done with this corrupted holy knight, now that we know as Dale, who seemed to be friends with the Seven Deadly Sins while, when he was still a holy knight and they were all still cool with the holy knights. And Ban just wants to murk this guy. He's like, he's too far gone. We're doing him a service by killing him. And Meliodas is like, no, man. If we can just, knock him out, then we can, maybe work on a way of saving him. Maybe there's some kind of formula or, I don't know, something that can undo this. And Ban's like, yo, maybe there is. But this guy's too powerful. We gotta, we're getting hurt here. We can't be going on maybes. Because, the only people who might end up dead is us. Because this guy probably could do too well. And so, they're kind of going back and forth. And Ban and King pretty much get their ass handed to them. I mean, they can kind of nick the thing, but no killing blows. And apparently, Ban gets hit so hard, he gets chopped in half, which means his shirt gets exploded. So when he gets back together, we get a little treat for all the ladies and some of the guys. And it is kind of funny just to see Ban being like, oh, by the way, here I am with my muscular chest, and by the way, I'm going to lecture you about ethics there, Meliodas. And, King is more like, hey, I got my spear thing. I'm going to beam spam you. I'm not too good at it, boy. Hey, I should also know. No, you don't have to take off your shirt and give us. Nah, we're all good. Oh, then I'll just be fainted over here. Oh. But, yeah, eventually then Elizabeth shows up and it's like, no, please take Liz's sword. Because she didn't want you not to fight, she just wanted you to live and be happy with it. And so Meliodas kind of gets, a reaffirmation of his beliefs, and, he's not going to unnecessarily kill, but when push comes to shove and he has to kill, he's going to. So he takes out, now he's actually using a real sword, not just a broken hilt, and that makes him strong enough to just slice this demon like it was a Ginsu and just destroy it. And they find that, the Holy Knights are making artificial demons, and there seems to be some kind of little plant seed thing that was in Dale that was causing it, and Ban crushes that. And of course Dale thanks him with his dying breath. But, now they at least have some idea of what the Holy Knights are doing to get these abominations, as well as their kind of instant super soldiers. And so, that'll be a lot. And so, now we have a very, much more self-assured, much more willing to do what needs to be done, Meliodas. But I don't think he's gonna go all the way to ban levels of anti-hero. He's still a hero. He's still on the side of the angels, mostly, as much as someone like him can be. But he's a little more willing to do what needs to be done. I still see a lot of conflicts between him and Ban, but he's not going to be, total pacifism. He's not really in a peacecraft. One interesting thing, obviously, the next chapter is like the Unreadable Man, so it's going to be a Grouther chapter. But one thing we did learn is we finally find out why Grouther put that guy, this monster seemingly in his armor. Apparently, Dale, as this demon beast, was trying to stay away from people, trying to control himself, try to prevent this kind of demon blood from having him kill other people. And so Grouther threw him in his armor, because apparently his armor has or had, I think it might have gotten destroyed, had the ability to suppress people's powers. So, Grouther generally has a powerful, or at least dangerous enough ability that he normally just goes around in a suit all the time that kind of acts as a limiter. So, we have kind of seen his, trap people's and illusions and flashbacks power. Does he not have control over it? Does he have other powers? Because that doesn't seem like I have to see myself in a suit all the time type of power. So there must be something more to it. Whether it's more uncontrollable outside of the suit, or if that's just one of his many powers, and it's some of the other powers that really require him to be in that suit most of the time. It didn't seem that important, but I think it is a line that's going to show up later and be a lot more important of, why does Grouther need to be in that suit? One quick thing, also before I sign off, I like that Liz brought him the dagger. It was a good emotional moment, where she said that she'd, suffer and, take on half of any sins that Melodis did in, service of saving the kingdom, just because of their bond. But I kind of hope to see a little more of her, more than just messenger girl and you can do it. I really like that part when she stopped that knight with the bells. She doesn't have to be taken down each and every holy night with, a magical spear, but I would like to see her a little more proactive, more than a messenger girl, like once again with the Bell Knight. And once again, also, poor Diane not being able to in any way participate in this fight. Just be like, stay at the bar and serve some drinks, you huge girl. So I'd like to see a little more of the girls step up. Until we get Merlin back. There's no reason not to have Diane, and I think Elizabeth, especially if she's actually Liz, or some kind of weird connected person to Liz, should have some ability to do stuff. So hopefully, once again, she doesn't have to be the most ass-kicking character. She doesn't have to destroy 10 villages of demons for me to like her, but I would like to see her do a little more. Mostly because I do like her as a character, so a little more proactive there. But this is over, at least for now. So curious where they're going next. Obviously, Kane's still back at the bar, So he might still have more to say and possibly to do. But all right, see you guys next week.